Hi guys, it's Miss Arneson, and this is a video about comparing and contrasting using a double bubble, and then writing a paragraph using the double bubble to help you organize your thoughts, and then writing the paragraph to prove you know what's going on. So I just made this little document here to kind of explain what a double bubble is. So this right here is a Venn diagram, and I know you guys have seen a Venn diagram before because they make you make those all the time in school. So you're used to that. And a double bubble mind map, it has a lot of similarities with the Venn diagram, but it has some key differences, and neurologists, people that study the brain, they find that the double bubble is more effective at helping you to do your contrasting, which is the hardest part of comparing and contrasting, and organizing your thoughts. So we're not going to use the Venn diagram. Goodbye, Venn diagram. We'll delete you. Adios. Okay, we're going to use instead here the double bubble mind map. And there's other types of mind maps that you guys will get to know, but for now, this is what we're doing. Of course, I'm recording this on the computer, and so I have these like square diagrams, and I'm going to have to do something else, but you can to edit it. But when you're doing one of these in real life on paper, you can just draw circles. But we're going to compare cats and dogs. So here's how you set up a double bubble mind map for that. So because this is on the computer, I have to click on the image, and then it'll open up. Sometimes you have to hover over it. Watch, let me show you if I can get it to save and close. It's going slow. What? Cancel. What is happening here? Save and close. I'm gonna have to redo this. Cancel. Okay, I'm not gonna have to redo it. All right, so if you hover over it, you get this little set of arrows that are going in all direction like a compass rose. You click on that, and then you can go down to edit. Okay, and then we have our double bubble, and all these are text boxes, so we can just add to it. So the very first thing you want to do is in these boxes right here, these ones that are darker gray, we're going to put our two subjects that we're going to compare. So of course we have cats on one side, and then we're going to have dogs on the other side. Okay, and then we have to find things for the middle that cats and dogs have in common. So I have some ideas. I'm sure you do too. There could be a million right ideas to this. Cats and dogs both have fur, so they're covered in hair. Okay, another thing cats and dogs have in common is that people keep them as pets. Okay, so people keep dogs and cats, both of those, as pets. Let me see, what's one other thing they have in common? I'm a science teacher, so the thing that comes to me is that they're mammals. Okay, mammals are a type of organism that give live birth. They're warm-blooded, and they have mammary glands, that just means boobs, to feed their young. So those are some things that dogs and cats have in common. Now, this is the reason that the double bubble is better than the other type of comparing and contrasting the Venn diagram, because we're going to put opposites here. So usually students don't have a hard time with this middle part. They can tell me what something has in common with something else. But when they start saying differences, they just say half of the difference or half of the contrast. So here we're going to put, if cats meow, what do dogs do? Okay, you can say that they bark. Okay, so cats meow, but dogs bark. Another thing that cats do is bury their poop, you know, in the litter box. Oh, I guess I don't know how to spell bury right. There we go. It's because English doesn't really make very much sense. Okay, and then dogs, and students sometimes don't believe me, and I'm like, you haven't spent enough time with your dog if you don't know that your dog eats poop. Your dog not only eats its own poop, but it will eat the poop of other dogs. It will eat the poop of horses. Dogs eat poop while cats bury their poop. Okay. Another thing that they have in common is that cats are intellectually deep, meaning that they have a wide range of emotions, and dogs are blindly happy Okay, they're happy all the time. They don't have complex emotions. They're just always like, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. Okay, so these are the differences between cats and dogs if I was just going to fill out a double bubble. When you're done saving one on the computer, you have to put save and close, and then all those things are up here, and then you can't like mess them up, which is really nice, because if this was a Word document and you just had text boxes right here, you could easily like delete things on accident, but this is really actually a nice thing that the Google Docs does for us. Okay, now if we're comparing cats and dogs and we have to write a paragraph about it, we can't just write cats, fur covered in hair, dogs, fur covered in hair. Cats, pets, dogs, pets. We have to make this into sentences. So the way I would do that is I would push the tab button. A lot of times students, instead of pushing the tab button, they'll push the space bar 3 times. That actually that's not correct. Like if you did that in college or if you did that on a resume, like people would be able to tell and it wouldn't look right. So get used to using the tab button on your computer and it takes it over to the edge. And what I would say is cats and dogs are both pets, okay, that have some similarities. It already thinks it knows what I want to write. So I would say both cats and dogs are mammals that give live birth and nurse their young. Okay, I don't have to say that. I could say something else about mammals. Mammals are both warm-blooded, so I could say that instead. But the reason I just don't want to say are mammals is because then it wouldn't explain what mammals means. And I really want my reader to know that because then it proves that I know what I'm talking about. Okay, you could put cats and dogs are also both covered in hair. Or they both have hair. Of course, you could write it a lot of different ways. Cats and dogs also have some differences. Cats say meow and dogs bark. Okay? Then I could go on to the poop. Dogs will eat their poop and the poop of other animals. But cats bury their poop in the litter box. Okay, so the reason that this is a correct way to contrast is because I'm saying, well, cats do this, but dogs do this. So I can't just say cats and dogs are both pets, but cats say meow. Because that's not a real difference. That doesn't tell me how that's different from dogs. Like if I was an alien and I was trying to learn about cats and dogs, then I would be like, okay, well, cats say meow, but what do dogs say? So you have to make sure to include both of those. So that's how you make a double bubble mind map and how you can change it into a paragraph. Of course, I'm cutting this short because I don't want you to have to listen to me say all those things over and over and over. But I am going to go ahead and end this. I hope you have a good day.